And welcome back, everyone. For Week 8 of the 2015 NFL season, I'd like to start off by congratulating our contest winner, TJ Harmon. You are the winner this week. You get the gioknows gear. Congratulations to you. We're going to have another contest later on in the show, so keep your eye out for that. Here are the picks. The first game of the week has us going to England, where Detroit takes on Kansas City. The Chiefs are 5-point favorites in London. Well, the Detroit Lions did what they had to do. They fired their offensive coordinator, Lombardi, and I don't know if the new guy is going to be much better, but it can't be worse than what Lombardi was calling. It was a very vanilla offense. It was very predictable. I think Detroit is going to benefit immensely offensively by this move. Kansas City still has Jamal Charles out, and every time I look, Alex Smith is still the quarterback. I think Detroit can win this game. So let's take Detroit +5. The second game we're going to look at has my Minnesota Vikings going to Chicago, where the Bears are 1-point dogs at home. You know, there are a lot of reasons to bet against Minnesota in this game. It's back-to-back roadies against division teams, and Chicago's coming off of the bye. But you know what? Minnesota is a much better team than Chicago, plain and simple. Teddy Bridgewater has done very well. He is limited to the mistakes that he made from last year. The offensive line is kind of weak, but Teddy does enough to win the game. And the defense is one of the best in the league, tied for number two with points allowed, while the Chicago defense is tied for dead last. It's a very small price to pay. So let's lay the point. And let's take Minnesota -1. The third game we're going to look at has San Francisco going to St. Louis, where the Rams are 9-point favorites at home. Well, talk about 32nd ranked. That's the Niners offense. The Rams are pretty tough at home, too. In their last two games, they've only given up 18 points against the Steelers, and who always put up points. And don't forget, that was Roethlisberger's last game. And the Browns, who have been putting up good numbers as well. So you know the Rams are very good at home defensively. This could be a shutout here. So let's lay the points. Let's take St. Louis -9. And the fourth game we're going to look at has the New York Jets going to Oakland, where the Raiders are 2-point dogs at home. The Raiders did very well last week against the Chargers, but you know the Chargers are that kind of a team. They almost beat Green Bay in Green Bay, and then they pooped the bed at home. So forget about what happened last week. The Jets, on the other hand, were actually beating the Patriots in New England in the fourth quarter until they let it slip away. This is a much better team here, and I think the price is right. It's just a couple of points. So let's take the New York Jets -2. Here are my 4 over-under plays. The first game we're going to look at has us going to the Thursday nighter. As Miami goes to New England, that number is pretty high. It's 51. The Patriots are the #1 scoring offense in the league, and Miami's really turned it around offensively since they fired their head coach. So I think this is going to be a shootout. So let's take over the 51. The second game we're going to look at is one I talked about just a few seconds ago, San Francisco at St. Louis. That number is low. It's 39.5. That's old school. But I mentioned the Rams have a very good defense. This could be a shutout. These offenses are ranked dead last, 31 and 32 in the league offensively. So let's take under the 39.5. The third game we're going to look at has Arizona going to Cleveland. That number is 46. Both of these teams had been going at a nice overclip earlier. I think they're going to rebound after they both went under last week. So let's take over the 46. And the fourth game we're going to look at is probably the game of the year. As Green Bay goes to Denver, that number is 45.5. You know, you figure these are going to be two offensive juggernauts, but they're actually ranked first and second in the league defensively. I think this is going to be an under. So that's what we'll do. We'll take under the 45.5. Here's my Let's Take the Man's Money parlay play. We're going to take 5 games. The first game we'll take is Minnesota -1. We'll take the New York Jets -2. We'll take the over 46 in the Arizona-Cleveland game. We'll take under 45.5 in the Green Bay-Denver game. and we'll take the Detroit Lions on the money line. A $25 bet will get you $963.04. Good luck. Here are my straight-up plays for this week. On Thursday night, we've got Miami going to New England. I'll take the Patriots in that game. I talked about the London game. I like Detroit in the upset over Kansas City. I like my Minnesota Vikings over Chicago. I'll take Atlanta over Tampa Bay. I'm going to go with the New York Giants in an upset over New Orleans. They always seem to play better when they're the dogs, so let's go with the Giants. I like St. Louis at home over San Francisco. I'll take Arizona over Cleveland. I like Cincinnati to beat Pittsburgh. I don't know if Ben Roethlisberger is coming back. If he does, he may be banged up and not as effective as normal. And besides, since he's coming off the bye, I like the Bengals in that game. I'll take the San Diego Chargers to beat Baltimore. Why not? The Chargers always seem to do the opposite of what you expect them. I like Tennessee to upset Houston on Sunday. I'll take the Jets over Oakland. I'm going to go with Seattle to squeak by the Dallas Cowboys. On the Sunday night game, we have Green Bay at Denver. I'm going to go for the upset here. I'm going to take the Denver Broncos, which brings us to our contest of the week. If you think the Packers are going to win, put hashtag Packers in the comments section below. If you think the Broncos are going to win, put hashtag Broncos, and put your names in a hat, and we'll draw for some gioknows gear. And then on the Monday night game, I do like Carolina over Indianapolis. Okay, and those are my picks for this week. Good luck to you. Make sure you enter my contest for a chance to win some gioknows gear, and check my webpage out, gioknows.com, and make sure you visit our Facebook page with all the other NFL YouTube prognosticators. There's great tools on the webpage and great guys and gals doing videos like this. Okay, for the gioknows YouTube channel, I am Gio. Let's take the man's money.